During the learning stage, our whole focus is on helping the teacher get ready to implement the strategy. And one way we do that is through the use of checklists. We've been using them for decades. And we sit down with a teacher and we say, here's a checklist of the strategy. We break down the essential elements of exactly what it looks like in the literature. Now, of course, those checklists might vary to some extent, but we say, here is it. Now, our purpose of sharing the checklist is to make it easy for the teacher to implement, to simplify the process of learning and implementing. Now, the way we describe it is we balance telling with asking. We don't say it has to be done this way. We go through it together. We co-construct exactly what it's going to look like. Our starting point for the conversation is a clear description of the key elements of what it looks like when this practice is implemented. Checklists usually address one of four things: how to do something, like how to create a learning map, what a good learning map looks like, how it's used by teachers, how it's used by students. But the main point of the thing is to help the teacher get ready to implement and make it easier for the teacher to implement effectively. Now, there are a lot of people who don't like the concept of a checklist because it seems reductionist. You're breaking things down into boxes, and the boxes are kind of annoying and they don't fully capture the richness of what's happening. And there's some truth to that. But I would say if you can't describe it, it's not going to happen. How am I going to help a teacher implement if I can't put out in front of her or him, this is exactly what it looks like? They can modify it, and I want them to internalize it eventually. But without getting it out, where both of us can look at it, we're just going to miss each other. We're not going to have a really meaningful conversation. It's like trying to have a conversation when I don't know the language. The checklist lays out for us, this is what it is, so we can start there as we adapt it to make it work in that teacher's classroom.